Chris Brown is being accused again. He comes face to face with his accuser. There are two sides to every story, but there's only one backstory. Chris Brown sat begrudgingly in an interrogation room. He's a little hungover, but alert. The investigating detective was a tough, no-nonsense, imposing figure with an axe to grind. I'm going to ask you again, was it consensual? And I'm going to tell you for the third time, yes. Why would this woman make up such a story? I'm rich, I'm famous, you do the fucking math. Watch your mouth. What happened? We were on a friend's yacht. When you get a certain level in entertainment, you get invited to these yacht parties, away from regular folks. Chris shifted in his chair, struggling desperately to focus like a petulant child in detention. At these parties, there's always a white room, red room, and a gold room. What's the significance behind the color? White rooms are for squares or spectators, if you know what I mean. Okay, keep going. The red room is for drinking and human monopoly. Don't ask. The gold room is where any and everything goes. You want to take a guess of which room the woman said you and her were in? The gold room. Dude, she is spamming. I stayed in the white room all night. The door creaked open. His accuser was led into the room. You're going to put me in the same room with this jerk? Relax. We have questions. Chris, have you seen this woman before? Unfortunately, yes. Katrina was a devastatingly beautiful woman. Her attention to detail was on point. Katrina, is he the one that we know what happened, right, Chris? Why are you capping? The detective watched her glaze him with disdain in her eyes. Dude, she's trying to secure the bag. Look at her. I know her type. Calm down. Miss Roberts, what happened? Katrina glared at Chris, repulsed at the mere smell of his cologne. I was invited to the yacht party, and within an hour I woke up in a haze. And the report said that Chris used your iPhone to text his phone before leaving the gold room, correct? He did. He's a sick bastard. He used my phone to text himself as an alibi to clear his name. What did the text say? Katrina's lips quivered, her eyes screwed shut, thinking of the painful night. It said, I loved our night together. Let's do it again, with an eggplant emoji. Chris was like a rattlesnake, coiled and ready to strike. Why don't you ask this bitch who she works for? Detective Miller's eyes panned from Chris to Katrina. I'm not ashamed. My mother's house was getting foreclosed, so I needed to make some extra cash. My friend told me about a group of ladies that could help. A group of ladies. Katrina felt the detective's naked eyes judging her. She took a deep breath and continued her story. They're called the sirens. They've been around for decades. Women that specifically pursue famous or reasonably rich men. The detective listened intently as her story slithered from her lips. The sirens were formed in the 80s. They say Cookie Johnson may have created it, but that's just speculation. How did you get involved? A friend brought me in. They liked my look, so I became a siren. You see them at sports games, concerts, industry parties. Their purses are always hung prominently on their left arm, not their right. They always travel in pairs. Why pairs? The second siren is always the decoy, and if he doesn't like one siren, trust me, he'll like the other. Katrina's head tilted just slightly. Sorry, I'm embarrassed. Yes, the siren's purpose is to find a husband, a life mate, a companion, but no one asks to be assaulted. And there's her motive, detective. The sirens are an exclusive group. Tammy Roman was a siren, Evelyn Lozado, Isha Curry. They're all respected women with businesses to match. Can I go now? Another detective entered the room. Here's Chris's jacket. It was found in the gold room, not the white room. Chris sat quietly, avoiding eye contact with the detective. And here's her phone. The detective slid Katrina's Android phone across the table. Is that your phone? Yes, this is my phone. Katrina, I thought you said you had an iPhone.